Well, it's that time again, folks. What time, you may ask? Time to update yet again another structure in Minecraft. You see, Minecraft worlds feature various structures throughout the vast corners of each dimension, all of which giving players a reason to adventure out and explore for treasures, new blocks, and more. Unfortunately, most of these structures are a bit outdated, and to be blunt, not interesting in the slightest. Sorry about that, Mojang. Having said that, today we're checking out how jungle temples should be updated in Minecraft. If you haven't already, make sure to check out Realm Origins, a new project I just recently announced. Welcome to the next generation of Minecraft multiplayer. We just passed 1,000 members on our Discord in just 2 days. Thank you for your incredible support. For more information, check the description below, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. So, where do we begin? Perhaps with a brief history lesson. Jungle temples were added to Minecraft in version 1.3, just one update after the jungle biomes were introduced to the game. At the time, these temples were mysterious, being one of the very few structures in the world of Minecraft, and gave players a way to easily obtain more cobblestone over dungeons, during a time when they couldn't be crafted. The temple also introduced a naturally generated puzzle, one that, from my understanding, is still the only one in the game. This was way back in 2012. Fast forward 8 years later to a time when mossy cobblestone is now craftable, and the simple puzzles that guard the subpar treasures of the temple aren't interesting enough for players to care about. The jungle temple just simply hasn't kept up with the pace of Minecraft's massive updates. In fact, the only real change to the temple was just recently in 1.13, being renamed to Jungle Pyramid. In consideration of the aforementioned, it's time for a change. So, what might an update to the jungle temple look like? Great question! As of right now, apart from everything I said before, the jungle temple is fairly unique from the other structures in Minecraft. It has unique architecture, traps, puzzles, and loot. So, our update will simply enhance those features to keep it just as unique and interesting as before. We'll also be adding a unique mini-boss to the mix, along with new blocks, better loot, and more. So now, the moment you've been waiting for, let's get started. To kick things off, we're going to update the exterior structure of the jungle temple to be just a little bit more interesting, and honestly, much easier to look at. My inspiration for this build comes from an Aztec temple, featuring 4 sets of stairs on each face of the structure, meeting at the center point on top, and then dropping off into the actual temple grounds below. This will, of course, make the structure infinitely larger, as we'll be able to utilize underground space for our interior, giving us more room for challenges, puzzles, and more. A structure of this size and style also will fit nicely in the jungle biome, being easily seen over the vast overgrowth that is the jungle life. The exterior of the temple will still feature cobblestone and mossy cobblestone, though this could also be a great opportunity to add more variants of chiseled bricks and pillars for andesite, granite, and diorite. While some of these new blocks won't necessarily be included in the build, an update like this could introduce them alongside all of the amazing new features. More on that in a little bit. All of this being said, before we continue with the interior of the structure, I'd like to first introduce you to a new type of mob and a terrifying new mini-boss for the jungle temple. Improving the generation of the jungle temple is one thing, but making it more challenging for a player is the true task at hand. That's why I would like to introduce an exclusive pair of mobs for the jungle temple in order to truly bring it to life. My friends, let me introduce you to the guardians of the jungle temple, Stoneheads. Inspired by the statues of Easter Island, this new mini-boss would spawn exclusively in the underground interior of the temple, waiting patiently for unknowing players to fall into their path. When awoken, Stoneheads would simply charge towards the player, hopping in their direction in hopes of delivering some powerful punches. And with a new mob this challenging, you would certainly expect them to be protecting something valuable, right? No worries, my friend, we will certainly get to that. But for now, let me also introduce you to their counterpart, Trapstones. Yet again, an exclusive mob for the Jungle Temple, placed strategically alongside the walls of the temple ground, waiting for players to pass by to be struck by poison-tipped spikes, bolts of fire, and more. These two mobs will work together to protect the treasures that lie beyond. So, now that we have essentially everything in place, let's actually take an in-game look at our updated Jungle Temple and explore the new experiences that await you in this hypothetical update. Yes, the Jungle Temple. Honestly, if this is how it were to be in Minecraft, I don't think I would ever stop looking for jungle temples. This place is truly magical. And without further ado, let's jump right on into it. Where you can see, we have essentially just gone through 3 different floors. Now, I'm going to go into creative mode so I can show you around a little bit here. I love to imagine that the Jungle Temple, as I said, would be made up of 3 different floors, all of which would contain a very secret lever, which, as you can see here, is revealed to be the cavity that stores the stone head. Now, once you go onto these floors, they'll actually start to circle around these paths, which you can see are kind of indented due to the slabs. Now, I honestly love how this looks, plus it would be really dangerous considering not only would you have to find each lever on each floor, you would also have to be avoiding the trap stones and of course the stone heads as they circle around. Now, there's a lot of cool opportunities for loot, obviously stored here in the pots and vases. But of course, the reason you're trying to find the levers is because it will unlock the secret vault, which, as you can see, actually has a new block type. A little bit more on that here in a moment. But once you've gone ahead and unlocked all levers, that door will open. That being said, let me know in the comments what you think could be behind that door. If you're anything like me, then you are more than likely very curious about the stoneheads. So I'll give you just a little bit more information as to how they work and how you would defeat them. So as I said, they would be hiding the levers. Once they move, you would be able to access that lever, triggering the vault down below. But the difficult part is anytime you're on this path, they will essentially slide towards you and try and crush you against the wall, breaking the pots and vases and candles in their way. Now, obviously, you could run, but you would have the chance of being poked by either a spike trap, or if we go down here, a more advanced version of a flame trap. Now, I think this is where it gets really interesting. You could have 2 ways of defeating this temple. Either A, just wait until your opportunity to go and flick the lever, or B, circle around so that you can essentially outrun the stonehead and use an explosive arrow, something that could also be added in this update, to shoot it from behind and explode the stone. I think that would be incredible, not to mention explosive. Pun intended. But as you can see, this is a much more enhanced version of the Jungle Temple, and I think you most likely would agree with me by saying this is something and I'm sure all players would definitely enjoy exploring. This is how jungle temples should be. But of course, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Wasn't that amazing? The Jungle Temple is almost unrecognizable. While the new structure and new mobs are incredible, there are a few other features that would really bring an update like this together. That being the blocks, decorations, and of course, atmosphere. As mentioned earlier, an update like this would be a great opportunity for pillars and chiseled brick variants of andesite, granite, and diorite. But it doesn't stop there. Perhaps we could also see chiseled brick variants of terracotta as well, or even an overhaul to vines, bringing more life and volume than they currently have. As for decorations, we could use the pots and vases, and of course the candles that were shown in my last structure update video, overhauling the desert pyramid. These vases would be perfect for containing loot, while the candles would be great for dispersing enough light to be ominous and frightening, while also helpful and guiding. There will always be room for new blocks and decorations in Minecraft, and in my opinion, structures are a great way to introduce them. Not only do these decorations help make dungeons feel more unique, separating the player from what they've been used to with the overworld, they also introduce new ways to decorate player-made builds, from lanterns and bells to candles and vases. There is certainly room for more decorations on the decoration tab of the creative menu. That being said, let me know in the comments below what new blocks and decorations you would like to see added to the jungle temple, let alone Minecraft entirely. So, what might an update to the jungle temple look like? Simply put, a new structure overhaul, new mobs including a new mini-boss, new blocks and decorations, and of course, better loot. It's no secret in the Minecraft community that the developers care deeply about the exploration value of the game, always brainstorming new ways to encourage players to adventure and explore. Updating the mini structures of the Minecraft universe would be the best way to do so, while also introducing new content along the way. So, what are your thoughts? Have you enjoyed this concept for a newly improved jungle temple? What features would you add that weren't mentioned? And what would you remove? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you enjoyed the video, let me know what other structures you would like updated for my next video. And as always, leave a thumbs up and consider subscribing. You can also turn on notifications to be alerted whenever I upload a video, or go live with the live stream. I also recommend you check out Realm Origins, the project I mentioned earlier in the video. We're creating the next generation of Minecraft multiplayer servers, and if you enjoy my videos, you are bound to enjoy it. For more information, check out the description below. With that said, my name has been System Z, you guys have been awesome, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.